Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, it's 12 on Tuesday, and this week's Parsha is Parashat Shoftim, namely Judges. And when we talk about judges and judgment and justice, everything that ties into what we call in Hebrew mishpat, judgment, there is a question that we need to ask ourselves, and it's really not my question, it's a question that was asked for many, many years, centuries ago. And it's a question that I think we all need to ask ourselves every day. And the question is, what is the purpose of judgment? What are we looking for when we go to a judge? What are we looking for when we look at the judicial system? Are we looking for just basic dry judgment? Or are we looking for find the truth? I want to know the truth. Oh, I'm really looking for, I would say, some kind of an institution that will be able to bring peace, that will be able to mediate and to bring the parties together. As we know, truth is not necessarily an absolute value, especially not here, not in this world. Everyone has his own truth. As we all know, people who are in leadership and people who are not. We all know that when you hear a story and someone tells you, this is the true story, you immediately know that there are at least 3 other sides to that story, if not even more. And when you have 2 parties who come to ask for judgment, and each one of them present his own true story, it's from their perspective. It's from their point of view. It's very hard, very, very difficult to know what is the real truth. Only Hashem, only God knows the real truth. God, who is like what we're saying during the holidays, is bochen klayot valev. He can analyze the inner things, the inner meaning of things. He knows what's the truth. But for us, it's a very difficult thing. So what are we looking for when we approach the judicial system? So really, it's a triple dispute between the Maimonides, Rabbeinu Nissim, and Rabbeinu Asher, 12th and 14th centuries. Where the Rambam Maimonides, especially in the beginning of the laws of Sanhedrin, the laws of the Jewish court, basically says and push the idea that we need to find the truth. That's really the purpose. That's really the job description for a judge. He's not a peacemaker. He's someone that needs to find what's the truth. Where the Ran says, no, it's not about the truth. It's about the process. It's about listening to the claims. It's to try to understand it, maybe even to mediate it. And the Rosh says, it's not truth. It's not about the process. It's about bringing peace, shalom, and mediation between the 2 parties. I think that this dispute it's not really so much of a dispute in terms of halakha, it's really in trying to understand the purpose of judgment. I think it relates very much to each one of us. Because we are all, really each one of us, function many times during the day as a judge. Not necessarily sit on a throne and then sit in a court, but really we are always judging others. Maybe we shouldn't do it. But when we see things, when we see events, even when we see things in the media, we immediately judging it. We analyze it, we criticize it, we compliment it, whatever, but there is a process of judgment. And I think that the message that I would like to send today is that what are we trying to accomplish when we pass that judgment? Do we really think that we can find the truth? Or we can just go through a very dry, basic mechanism of judgment? Or we try to bring things together and to create shalom. This is a major question. Because I do believe that in early ages of life, when we are inclined to more extreme, we have this ideal dream that we will be the ambassadors of truth or ambassadors of judgment. And we sometimes forget that we maybe should be ambassadors of peace, ambassadors of people who understand that not everything is black and white. Not everything is to this extreme or to that extreme, and if you are not here, you don't exist. Probably 90% of the things in the world are gray. Not everything is so black and white. Not everything is so clear. Yeah, there is evil and there is righteousness. That's pretty clear. But the gap in between and the area in between is huge. There is a very interesting verse that says, Emet, truth, umishpat shalom, and a peaceful judgment you should judge in your gates. The verse says, take all three factors. The truth, that you obviously should not be oblivious to it, or you should not ignore it. The process of judgment, and a true critical thinking, but also all combined with shalom, with peace, with understanding, with tolerance, with the ability to accommodate also others. And I think this is the message of our beginning of the Parsha. Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha, you shall place judges to yourself to know how to channel all these three factors into a peaceful judgment. Thank you.